Darren Purchase is here, and if you don't know this face, you'd know his desserts from Sweet Studio in Melbourne. You make all these complicated, extravagant, amazing desserts, but I've given you a challenge today. Today, I want you to do something as simple as it gets. What are you doing?
I'm doing a tatin today. We've got some unsalted butter. And we're just going to chuck it into this sort of saucepan, and this is this saucepan can go in the oven.
Yep.
Okay, so just make sure your handle will suit that. So we're going to do the whole thing in one kind of pan.
So you're not even heating it up at this stage?
No, we're just going to like.
Where'd you get that from? From your pocket.
I always keep one in my back pocket. I'm just going to like smooth it down. This is so simple, rustic. You said to me, do it simple. That's perfect. We need about 110 grams of sugar, or about just under a quarter of a cup of caster sugar.
I'll pass that to you. Do you want me to start peeling these pears?
If you could peel those, that'd be great.
Yes.
And take the core out and cut them in half. That'd be fantastic. They're firm pears, so when we cook this, they're not going to go mushy. And I'm just going to put some vanilla seeds on top of that.
I love this because you're actually starting to write your second cookbook, and you're going to be doing really simple recipes like this for people at home, because we all love all your desserts, but sometimes we want to know your little tricks that you do at home when you're just cooking for your family and friends.
Exactly. I'm really excited about this one because you know, I'm kind of known for quite technical, tricky stuff. But you know, some of the best desserts, like I've said, are really simple. So I've got a book of kind of modern classics, and we're just going to show you how to make a really great meringue, or how to make a really great tatin, or a really great chocolate pudding. So yeah, it's going to be good. All right, we're just going to literally cut it in half. I do this with pineapple.
Oh, yep.
And I'm just putting these in here like that. I also do it with mango, apples, obviously. You know, just experiment. Mix some fruits up, just get it in there.
That's it?
That's it. You can use store-bought pastry. Obviously, I made my own.
Yes, of course. I would not expect anything less from you.
I'm not going to come on here and not make my own, but I have made this with store-bought. All I've done is just cut a disc of pastry. So that's puff pastry. Loads of butter in there. And I'm just laying it on top. And all I'm going to do now is kind of tuck the pastry underneath
like a little
the
blankie.
Pear. Yeah. Well, you know, keep it warm. Just going to put a little hole in there. And that's going to release some steam once we're cooking.
Sure.
That is the hard part done. Now we've got a really cool sort of trick.
So do we start on a high heat?
Yeah, just get it on high, and we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep an eye on it. What we're making here is a caramel, so we get the flavour of the pear juice coming into the caramel. So we've got butter, sugar, and we've got vanilla, and it's starting to form a syrup first. Before it goes to caramel stage, it'll make a syrup. Now the syrup's really important, and it's a really cool trick on this dessert. We're going to keep it moving so it's not sticking. We're going to baste the back of that pastry with the syrup. And then,
that's why I love him. It's fantastic.
I know, it's super cool. And then once we've made caramel and the pastry is basted, we chuck it in the oven, and that basting makes the pastry go really crisp, kind of caramelizes in the oven.
That is a fantastic tip. Well, let's just wait for it to get to that stage. We're not going to move, we're going to watch it and wait for that point to come.
And that's about ready to start, you know, basting now. We've kind of got a syrup. So the sugar's melted and the butter's melted, and it's mixing together. And if you can see there...
Oh, I love that.
Can you smell that?
Oh, I love it.
And that sugar will set that pastry, and it will come out really shiny. Can you see all the little vanilla seeds on there as well? So it's really cool. So we're just going to keep it moving.
And it takes, what, roughly about 10, 15 minutes till it starts to change colour?
Yeah, you know, it does depend on the size of your pan, but about 10, 15 minutes. You want to give it a good time to get good colour. Because you don't want to be turning out your tatin and it's a little bit blonde.
So we'll wait for that to go golden, and then we're going to place it in the oven. Now, what temperature and how long? OK, 190 or 180. It doesn't really matter. Probably, I would say, about 20 minutes. OK. This looks so good, Daz. I mean, it's this crunchy pastry that really gets me. When you were draping that with all of that butter goodness, I wouldn't think that it would go really, really crunchy like that. And it's puffed up. She's pretty.
She's good. Yeah, there's nothing worse than soggy pastry.
No.
Now here comes the tricky part. Obviously, super hot. So you've got to be careful when you're doing things like this at home. I've noticed there's a little bit of butter excess. I'm just going to pour that away. If you could cut a bit of, or get a bit of baking paper on that tray, that'd be great. We're going to do the flip, and we're going to flip it onto paper first.
Right.
Let it cool down just for a minute, and then get it onto a plate, because we don't want the pastry sticking.
I'm going to let you do this.
Thank you.
I've never failed doing it, but just in case.
You just got to be do it in one sort of quick motion, and then let's have a look.
Oh, it looks divine.
And then we're just going to lift that now to a serving plate. Serve it with ice cream, serve it with cream.
This is a true tarte tatin.
I say that feeds 4, but that's 4 of me. You probably get 8 out of that.
No way. I would want my own half of pear for this.
You and me the same.
Can I put that straight on the plate now?
Put it straight on the plate.
This is usually I would just tip it straight onto the plate, but...
Perfect. Look at that.
You've done it again, because that just looks sensational. I love the little speckles of vanilla there, the little pools of caramel in the little cavities of this pear.
Yeah, and also you can hear that, and that's just going to be a crunch.
It's really good. And what have you got over there?
We've just got some double cream, but serve with ice cream, serve with anglaise, you know, custard, whatever you want.
Daz, I can't wait for that to cool down so I can have a taste. It looks sensational.